Welcome back to another edition of the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Corey with Kirk Frederick here after a playoff win against Broken Arrow. That sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Any kind of win in the playoffs sounds awesome, and great atmosphere the other night. You know, it's hard to believe that I was telling someone that you have half of a stadium, and then half of that stadium is unable to have tickets, and it still had such a great atmosphere, and it kind of put the test to the Tuttle Stadium and how awesome it is to play games there. But even at that, I thought it was an outstanding night.
It was. I actually had to turn my crowd mic down a little bit because it was so loud at one
awesome.
point, which is terrific. All right, let's get right to the stats and take a look at what happened. Here's what really jumps out at you, obviously. It's the total yards being so doggone close. That was kind of how this game was for quite a while.
Yeah, I think so. When you're playing tough games, we tell our kids all the time there's really three things that come into play, and when you see that is one is the unnecessary penalties, which I was very proud of our kids. If you look at that stat and it's not on there, it's going to favor us. The unnecessary penalties helped us out. Turnovers is obviously one that everyone talks about, but it's true. Turnovers make a big deal, and then third downs. And if you look at, we were low in our third down percentage, but in the second half, our percentage went up on third downs, and then we were able to keep them at about 36-37% on third down. So those hidden yardage situations, you also have special teams. I thought our kick coverage was out. I mean, people don't understand, or you do if you watch Broken Arrow, but they are so dangerous in the return game. They've gotten back into games several times in their kick returns. I thought that we handled that really well, and I also thought that our punt team did an outstanding job. Cooper Houchin, we had 0 punt return yards because of those POWs, and I know you're probably going to lead to that, but those guys, those gunners outside did an amazing job against a really talented Horn kid, not allowing him to get the ball in his hands on the punt returns. And those guys are special teams players of the game. You got Hayden Brockett, who got down the field really well, and then they actually wound up putting 2 guys deep. And so Gage Arthur and Hayden Brockett, those 2 guys are our special teams players of the week.
Well, I was going to lead to that because not only did Hayden make that play, he's made a few lately. He's made a couple of defensive plays for you, too. He's really rounded into a nice, versatile player.
He really has. And, I mean, a lot of people just think, oh, that's no big deal. But the keeping the ball out of the hands of their playmakers, I think, really helped us when you've got a game like that where the yardage is so close.
And then, of course, the A.J. Green Award goes to A.J. Green. That's the Offensive Player of the Week. We're going to push him for Heisman soon.
Yeah, A.J. has won this award many times this year. But it's such an outstanding player. And it just seems – hey, a little bit here, a little bit there, maybe not the game he had against Enid, and then all of a sudden, I mean, he makes those big plays that give us that cushion and has been so steady all year.
Yeah, he's 115 yards, and you're like, well, he could.
Yeah.
That seems like it's not an awful lot. It is. And then the other side of it, Jamori Ray, and I knew I called his name a lot the other night, but he was solid.
Yeah, Jamari did an outstanding job. He was really a solid football player for us, playing safety and so smart. Coach Scarborough coaches him and does a great job with that. And then, what can you say about, we have a bust in our coverage, and he's able to recover and get it, not only stop the play on the double pass, but intercept the double pass. And you're talking about red zone defense, those guys have played outstanding there, and excited to see Jamari back in and playing so well.
All right, so that's the players of the game. That's a look at the stats of the game. You saw how close it was. Won't seem close early, but it'll get that way about halfway through. We'll get back and get to the first half highlights of Union and Broken Arrow right here on the Union Football Coaches Show.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
We're back, and let's get right to the highlights. The Union Football Coaches Show. It's Union and Broken Arrow in the playoffs. Don't need to say a whole lot more. That gets people pumped up.
Yeah, we beautiful weather night, outstanding. We got our spirit squads leading us out, and obviously in the playoffs, if you've been around Union, we kind of hold the black stuff is a special occasion, and excited to have those uniforms on and come out and play really well. Defensively, got the ball first, and we want to come out and try to play some field position, and right away you can see a lot of guys in there making plays. There's Kalo in there doing a good job against the run. See our guys up front, Jackson Jennings, those guys up front, Matthias and Big D, and just several guys chasing the football. Get back to a third down. They run the crosser on there, and Kalo's there to knock the ball away. And so what a great way to start the game, going 3 and out. Defense gets a big stop, and let's get our little special bone package in for offense.
Nice blocking up front here.
Great blocking up front. Good job. You got all 3 tailbacks in the backfield. Coach Maddox and his staff do a really nice job, so you get extra guys at the point of attack, especially against a defense. You know, you're uncertain of the way that they ran their defense and of what we're going to do. So we kind of gave them some extra things to think about, some extra things to do. You see Rovan here, the nice carry. Really good job up front. Many guys there. Great cut by Junior. Picks up some extra yardage, 3 or 4 yards on it. Come back with the Temptations move there, I guess, a little spinner series, and shifting everybody over, gets the direct snap. You can see we can go both ways except for AJ. He can't. AJ can only spin one way here, but no, just making fun of a guy that's an outstanding talent, and we just continue to use him any way we can.
I will forgive him if he keeps running like this.
No doubt. Come right back again with direct snap here to AJ, picks up some good yardage, gets us down in the red zone, and you can see our guys just doing a really good job of pushing the ball. Another direct snap. AJ makes an outstanding cut, just about popped that one into the end zone. Love seeing that. Come back in, Rovan with a couple of yards here. Bring in some extra guys up front, and put about 13 gaps, I think, on the right side, and we found one of them there. You can see several guys in there pushing the pile. Damon's in there. Caleb Kalo from defense is in there. Matthias. We got D in there, Big D in there as well. So it's kind of an offense, defense together pushes that one in.
And I love the teamwork. AJ Green's leading.
Yeah, outstanding job. Defensively, get a big stop. They hit a few yards on us. Broken Arrow's got a talented ball club as well. Good coverage down the field. I thought our coverage was really good. We had a lot of coverage pressures, coverage sacks throughout the night. And again, our guys getting a big stop. Come back and really not much there. AJ uses speed, kind of bounces out, picks up a few yards. Then we cut right back underneath them off the blitz, and great vision, good kick scheme out of the offensive line. Come back with a boot. Really love what Grayson does here, athletic. They kind of had us dead to rights, and he finds Damon. Love seeing Damon with the ball in his hands. Has really become a really good team player. He's doing everything he's supposed to do in the play, and then you get him the ball, and he has some pretty cool stuff there. Jumps over a guy, and his energy and his leadership on our sideline is just infectious. Good blocking up front there. A lot of guys. You see Gage Bohannon and Damon leading there. Come back with play action. Probably one of my favorite plays of the night. Love the throw. Gage Bohannon, what an outstanding catch. I mean, great camera work there as well. Love the catch. Those are the kind of plays you want to have in the playoffs. You want your guys to come in and be clutch. Really proud of Gage. There's Junior Smith. Great cut. Sees it, gets it to the corner, and gets into the end zone. And got 2 scores. Pretty excited about that one. Good block by Lane Wood. Then you get the kick out by Jared James, senior fullback for us. Damon's out there. And then we sneak in. Junior gets into the corner there, and we go up a couple of scores. Really nice job into the boundary. Good boundary defense there. Our guys stringing it out, making them get all the way to the sideline. Huge hit. Kalo comes underneath the block and just makes a big hit on the sweep. There's an end zone copy of it. Love that. Junior's there as well. And Kalo's a lot of fun to watch play.
Textbook tackle.
got the coverage down the field, and we just don't quite get to him soon enough, and they get the crossing route all the way across, tough route to cover, and they get a big play on us. Defensively, that's a tough kid right there. Sanchez Banks, the tailback, does a really good job for them. They come back with him in the Wildcat. There's Demarion Thomas with a big tackle inside. They hit us again with the Wildcat package. Actually got a little bit off. This is a coaching mistake on my part. They executed well, but we had the wrong personnel in the game and had some guys in the wrong spot, so that touchdown's got to go to Coach Fred. See if our offense can come back and get something going after two really solid drives. You can see that we ran the ball a lot. I think we only threw the ball 6 times on the night. Grayson did a great job, was very efficient in his passing game. I think 5 for 6 on the night, but a lot of run game on the night. A lot of gaps being filled with guys inside, got good pressure coming off the edge, and Kalo beats, I think, 2 blockers, beats the tight end and beats the tailback. Does a great job there, outstanding, just tenacious. One thing about Kalo is the way that he plays so hard, just exhausted at the end of the night. He gives you everything he's got. They come back, hit another crossing pattern. They scored on this play on us in the first game, and man, you get the ball in that guy's hands. He's so tough. Our guys, it's fun to see how they respond to these situations. We got our camera guy here, Andy Irwin, working on the route, working on the way that play is schemed up, and it makes it really, really tough. But the thing that I want to talk to our kids about defensively is after each play where there's explosive play, they came back and said, hey, all right, we remember this, we know what we did wrong. There was no panic in our kids, and they said, hey, if we just execute, we'll stop them again.
Yeah, it's okay as long as you learn.
Really good execution on the wheel route back there with Shane Fields covering it up. And defensively, again, another red zone stop. AJ picks up good yards, does a good job getting outside, come back with the play action, try to get the ball down the field, and that's the one pass we didn't complete, and just off the tips there of Shady.
And he still almost got it.
Yes, he did. Come back and run a little bit of a sprint draw action from the tailback position. They do a good job of picking it up. You got Matthias in there. I think Johnny Harrison with the great stop. Johnny had a nice night at defensive line as well. You got Bryce Ashlock in there. Micaiah Belt. Micaiah made a really nice stop. You see him coming in here from the blitz off the edge, and good to see Micaiah out there making some big plays from the nickel position. Here's Micaiah again. Outstanding job. And then Kalo finishes it up right before the half. So pretty excited about our kids and the way we've played. We know we got a long game ahead of us. You don't beat a quarterfinal team like that with just playing a half, so we've got to get after it.
Had to feel really good after those first 2 drives, though, and I have to ask, so what do you call it the Temptations, the spin thing?
I think Coach Maddox and Coach Pearson showed them a video, YouTube, of the Temptations. So this is what we're looking for here. So I don't think our coaches were demonstrating it, though.
No, I'm just deciding on the radio if I'm just going to call it the spinner or what. We'll find out. All right, so that's the halftime. And we'll come back and get the second half highlights of Union and Broken Arrow next from the Union Football Coaches Show.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
Hey Union students, show off your Union spirit by wearing Union gear, only available at the UWear store. The UWear store has athletic gear, clothing, and other merchandise so that you and your friends can look stylish while repping the U. The UWear store has the best quality items and is partnered up with major brands such as Nike, Under Armour, and even Champion. For a limited time, Union High School students who present their ID at checkout will receive 10% off all items. So stop by the UWear store today and reward yourself with some awesome gear.
We're back for the second half highlights on the Union Football Coaches Show of Union's win over Broken Arrow. Rick Corey along with Kirk Frederick, the head coach. Let's just get right to it.
Second half, you want to come out and try to establish something in the first part of the game. You know, the second quarter kind of was a little bit stale for us, and Broken Arrow does a really good job. They come out, we go get the ball, and we just really go 3 and out. Not something that you want to do. So defensively, you want to step up, and really a team situation. So as a head coach, you get a little bit nervous. You're like, hey, this is going to be a ball game, guys. And I think they started to realize that once BA came out and got a stop and picked up a few yards on us. They come back with play action down the field. I thought we covered it really, really well, and a little bit disappointed in the call on this one. I thought our guys covered it up really well, but it does give them a fresh set of downs and gets them down closer to the goal line. See a big stop there by Jackson Jennings. Jackson does a really good job. Really stopping that tailback is a chore just about any time. So I think Sanchez does an outstanding job for him. Love the boundary defense, the way our guys are coming in there, doing a good job. You got Gabe Ford in there, got pressure coming off the field. They do a good job on 3rd down. They throw the curl route, picks up a 1st down. Come back to the Wildcat, which helped them out in the first half. And you see Jaden Rowe comes in, does a nice job from the corner position, forcing that edge. Gets the stop. They come back and run the screen. I love the way our guys are coming off some of the blocks down the field and making plays. You got Gabe, you got Kalo. A lot of those guys in there doing a really nice job.
And good job of your guys right there holding their composure.
You know, like I said, I think our guys did a really nice job with that. They come back with the double pass. They get our corner to bite, but our deep safety is there. Jamari Ray, that's the interception we talked about. Man, red zone defense the other night I thought was really, really good. You see Jamari come in there, makes a nice pick. He may have gotten just mauled on that sideline. You could start to see the way our guys came in and continued to just kind of dogpile him there, and the celebration was a lot of fun. Offensively now, get the ball back. They do a good job defensively, stuffing us up there with Junior. Come back, run the football again, pick up a few more yards in there. Come back with the 3-back set that we have. Nice cut, cuts it back, gets some good quality yards. We get the direct snap to AJ, picks up a few more. Junior bends it back inside and just unable to pick up the yards needed. So we're going to punt the ball away. I'm glad we got this got this one in here. Again, there's those 2 guys right there. You got Hayden and you got Gage Arthur. What an outstanding job, and then a huge punt by Cooper Houchin. Nice job, come in and fit it well there. Wish we probably could get this one back here. This is one where we misfit just a little bit. We miss a tackle, and he's going to make you pay. And man, we had everything going our way, and then bam, you give up that 90-yard run. And got to credit them. Just wish we would have hit it a little bit better. Come right back. Offense doesn't flinch. They come right back. Love the play. See Grayson puts the ball right down the seam. Gage Arthur right there, right in the middle of the field. That was just a huge momentum shift for us. And then, of course, this guy right here, if you can get him past that point, got a good block by Gage Bohannon, and AJ makes him pay.
There's just no such thing as an angle, is there, on that guy?
No. Great down block to the outside there by the tight end, a kick out there by Damon Sanders, and they love watching that guy run. I know those Razorback fans do as well. Again, into the boundary gate, we got outstanding job by Gabe Ford making a nice play. This guy can run a little bit too from BA. A lot of speed to the edge. He kind of beat the corner there, but on the sideline we're saying just get him down, get him down, get him down. Let us play another down to defense, and you can see that it was quite a fun second half with these guys.
You guys were just playing so well inside the 20.
Really good physical defense. I love the pressure here. Just about get to the quarterback. He escapes out on us, but good coverage down the field. Good pressure. They come back with Sanchez again out of a Wildcat situation down the red zone, and we're starting to play some pretty good defense with it. Got a nice stop again. Gabe Ford making some good plays. Excellent job. You can see the way our guys just playing so physical. That's what I was most proud of, is how physical our guys were. When we got there, an example right there, Big D, I think, just picking the guy up and throwing him on the ground. I tell you, Demarion's going to be an outstanding football player for us, already is as a sophomore.
He was being blocked when he did it.
Great job here coming down. We just, they do a good job finding the guy across there on the boot. So we're inside the 5, and there's Big D. And I nicknamed him Big Lunch. And so he's definitely making some nice plays for us. Another good play here as we stop him right here on the goal line. I love this play right here. If you are able to see it from the end zone copy, nobody on their offensive line crosses the line of scrimmage on that play. Our D-line does a good job. Love the play by Jackie on the goal line, knocks the play loose. Outstanding corner position here, and makes another, just bodies the guy out of the back of the end zone. And what an awesome 4th down stop. Coming out of the shadow here, our goalpost hit big play over the top. Nice play action, good call by Coach Maddox. And we get it out there to Lane Wood. Good protection. Grayson puts it right on him. And I'm telling you, the kid's going to be pretty special. Freshman tight end for us. Been watching Lane for several years, and a really good talent. Get Rova on the ball. A lot of guys that can carry the football for us, and it's taken all of them. We tried to sneak him out of the backfield here, and unfortunately they pick it up, and so we kind of throw it away. Come right back to work, getting the ball inside. Really nice job. We come back with a little empty set. Ball gets tipped, but good focus by AJ, and again, get him some space, and that was a lot of fun. This is one where I was like, hey, just get us close enough to kick a field goal. And I remember saying on the headsets, hey, just pick up a few more yards. Just pick up a few more yards. And then I was like, hey, let's just go score.
Well, yeah, you got close enough. Yeah, no
Definitely got close enough for the field goal, didn't we? Really good blocking on the edges there by Gage and Gage. Both those guys do a nice job. Come back defensively. Now we've got a little bit of a cushion. Time's running down, about 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. Love the play. Look at the way that Shane beats the block, comes in. You got 2 linebackers there. Outstanding job on the sideline. Getting to the quarterback, they throw the crosser underneath. Got guys chasing. There's Kalo. Really, time is on our side. They've got to try to create some scores quickly. And I mean, Matthias, I'm telling you, that guy is just, he and Jackson, those guys are just relentless chasing the quarterback. Continuing to bring pressure. Love that play. And Matthias is a really good player, and he's going to play a lot of football on Saturdays real soon.
Yep, there's no question. He's got such a great first step.
Continue to put pressure. Got good coverage down the field. We got AJ Green back in the secondary. Again, just making them snap it, making them earn every yard. Nothing cheap over the top. You can see our guys. There's not a whole lot down the field, and just guys making plays everywhere. There's a nice play by Jamari Ray. Unfortunately, it's a 4th down pass interference. So they get a fresh set of downs. There's Kalo just about with an interception. We got Shane coming with pressure. Kalo again, giving them the underneath throws. But again, our guys are doing a really good job. Quarterback just nowhere to go with it. And I mean, our guys are just, you can tell they smell blood in the water. We're at the end of the game. And our guys are playing really good defense.
He's got to feel like he's got a pork chop tied around his neck there.
Good coverage by Mekhi Belt on that last play. Gets us the ball back. We've got a couple of yards here we need to get before we can bleed the clock out. And you can see we're going to run the football a few times, and really excited about the way the game ends. When every time you get in the game with the ball in your hands and watch that clock go out on a playoff game, it's a lot of fun. AJ picks up the first down right there. Our guys blocking well, Will Thomas and company up front. And, man, we get to close out the season with a win at home on home field, and couldn't be anything better for us.
2 things really jump out. The response after Broken Arrow got the lead, and then after they made the big play defensively, what you guys jumped in there and did. That to me, defines the game.
Well, our kids have done a really good job just with resolve. They've been through a lot this year. A lot of people have. This team has showed up every single day, and so now when that happens in a game, they're like, we've been here before. Let's just fix it and let's move forward. And I couldn't be more proud of the maturity and how they've handled it.
And speaking of moving forward, Union will. Who's next? Edmond Santa Fe. We'll talk about that game and have some pictures next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independence Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independence Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
We're back one final time this week on the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey with Kirk Frederick, and we want to get right to the pictures from this game because they're just fantastic. We want to thank our friends at the Tulsa World and John Clanton for some spectacular shots.
Oh, these are great photos. Love this one here. We got the crew out there, those kids, that group of people in our spirit group just do an outstanding job. This is a cornerstone from the old stadium, and so we've kept that and kind of made us a stand there. Those guys haul around to every game for our guys to touch on the way out. Just kind of bringing in some of the tradition of the old teams that used to play there. Look, great photo with the stadium being built in the background. There's Kalo on that sack where I told you he beat those two guys on the quarterback. And I tell you, we got after that kid a little bit the other night. There's Big D, big lunch, grab and hold, and of course Jamari Ray right there below the junior safety who had an outstanding game. AJ Green, great job holding the ball high and tight, outstanding photo. Love his vision and his speed, outstanding kid, great team captain for us. And then we've got our student section. Love seeing those guys there all wearing black, and always fun to be at home and have those guys. Really, I thought one of the plays of the game, love this by Gage Bohannon, worked so hard, and to make a huge play like that in the game was outstanding. And then Rovon, what can you say about a guy? I mean, a team player will play any position for us. Just does a great job. Love seeing Rowe in there making plays. And then Jaden Rowe at corner, making a nice stop. We actually brought him off the edge, I think, on that play and forced the edge in the boundary. And really, I thought Jaden continues to play really well into that spot.
Never hurts to have a 6'3" corner, and you're going to need him this week against Santa Fe.
Yeah, Santa Fe's a special talented group, and it'll be a treat for the people, our fans, and for people on this side to see Santa Fe. It's a team that finished first in their district on that side. They beat Broken Arrow. They're a lot like us. They lost a couple of games early, and then they have been on a run, and they continue to play well. Outstanding wide receiver that's an OU commit, quarterback that's well. They got 3 tailbacks that are really good. They've got a defensive end that's committed to Oklahoma State. So talent all over the field.
When you have to move a game to Saturdays, you don't have to, but this game's going to be on a Saturday. It certainly gives you one more day. What else do you do, though, that's a little bit different?
Well, the most exciting thing about this week is Thursday. We get to have Thanksgiving practice. And if you're around football at all, that's what you want to do this time of year. You want to practice on Thanksgiving. It lets you know that you're still in it. It's such a festive time. Great memories of being able to practice on Thanksgiving is one of those things. And then, Saturday, it doesn't matter. I mean, we're with school being out, and because we've been doing distance learning, our kids are so used to not having a school day. So Saturday, this time of year, probably feels like a Wednesday to a lot of people. I mean, who knows what day it is, but we're just so glad to be able to go over to Owasso and play a night game, and maybe they'll put it on ABC this week.
You never know.
You
It's
never
just nice
know.
to have a little sunshine.
Yeah.
Huh? And because you get to practice on Thanksgiving, I'm sure that Demarion will like to know that you're going to bring him some lunch.
Yeah, it'll be a big lunch, that's for sure.
All right, so we'll join you again next week. Let's go. It's going to be Union and Edmond Santa Fe next Saturday. It's all going to be right here.